This particular splice kit is the UFC 2B. Now the unique thing about it, we sell more of these splice kits than probably any other splice kit I'm going to show you, but all are applicable to a damaged conductor. So basically what I've done to make this kit work, I'm taking my conductors, I'm going to fit them through the heat shrink, I'm going to get them all through here, I'm going to check for center, here, move it through here, it's in the center. I'm going to shrink it with the heat shrink torch. This, I'm going to end up with something like this. So ideally, you'll end up with a waterproof seal. Right here, there's a little mastic oozing out of the heat shrink tubing that just shows me I've got a good splice. I've got a good splice that no water is going to get into. So that's the UFC 2B. I've got a similar kit in what we call the stretcher kit. Same connector, just a little bit longer connector here. And again, if a backhoe is reached in and damaged some cables, this is a good way to fix that splice instead of using two smaller kits. You end up with something like this. Again, the result is no different. What you're going to want to end up with is something like this. Got another kit, and this is called our BRSK3. So I made this up the other day, and this is bigger than 1/0, but it's big. So I put the connectors in here, and this is what it actually looks like. So it took a while for me to strip this, but I got them in here. The lugs protrude a little bit. So with this kit, what you're going to end up with is 2 pieces of heat shrink and the connector. Now it's dual rated because it's rated for aluminum or copper wire. This is what it looks like when I get it. I'll get this fitted here. Once I get it shrunk down nice and where I want it, where I've got mastic coming out of both ends, I'm going to go over it with a second piece of heat shrink tubing. The reason why is because the lugs are protruding and we don't want them to crack. We don't want these to crack and come through. Now, we tested them at UL, and part of the requirement is that we use 2 pieces of heat shrink. So that's the DRBSK3. I've got a DRBSK kit connector. It's just slightly smaller. So again, this large stuff, it goes all the way up to 2/0 cable or 350 to 500 MCM cable. Got another one, 14 gauge to 6 gauge cable. This is 6 gauge cable in here. Works similar to the other 3 I just showed you. Now, I got 2 discrete kits. And again, the connectors are in different sizes. So here's one I did the other day. With this connector, you can see it's shrunk nice and tight around here. I got mastic coming out of the end, and a smaller one. And this is 6 gauge cable. This is 8. This is 6. Let me show you one of my favorite connectors. This is called the UFC 3/4. It's got a similar connector to what I've used in the UFC 2B, but basically with this particular connector, you can basically, you don't have to use a heat shrink. You basically put everything together, push it together just like this, and what you end up with is a splice where if you want to change something or go back and add another, you just pull it apart and it's ready to go. Everything I just showed you, with the exception of the UFC 3/4, was used with this heat shrink torch. And the difference between the two is this torch has a large diffuser. So you're not going to get the nice tight flame. If you use something that a plumbing contractor is going to use, you're going to burn a hole right through here. It will leak and you'll have to dig it up and start over. So again, you need more information on our splice kits, call Engineered Products Company at 1-800-336-1976 or go to our website, engproducts.com.